That's right. Hit markers have a brand new look and sound, and the elim is just way too satisfying. Now, you may have noticed this new iron pump shotgun. As the name suggests, this is our pump shotgun, which definitely is the go-to. The other is called twin hammer shotguns, which look really cool. I mean, look at this reload animation. But it feels like a tactical shotgun. It'll be good for zero build, but for builds, definitely the iron pump wins. Snipers are back this chapter. There's only one called the Vengeful Sniper Rifle, but it's exactly like the Reaper Sniper with 3 quick shots before a reload, dealing much less damage. I personally don't think it's going to be worth it to carry, especially with so many other great weapons, like the new Arc Lightning Gun. You just have to know it's a close-range weapon. Now, at first, I'm like, this weapon's decent. But then I realized it chains lightning to nearby structures. And then I realized it can chain lightning to nearby enemies too. The Forbidden Vow Blade is another item you can spot on the map. Once you enter this portal, you will claim it, and just like the Arc Lightning Gun, you can chain 3 slashes while in the air for some really solid movement. I will say, this is not a weapon you're going to want to use up close. It barely does any damage, but it is fun to use, feeling like a hybrid of past blades we've gotten. This attack reminds me of the Typhoon Blade from Chapter 6, and this dash reminds me of the Kinetic Blade from Chapter 4, but it's much better. Overall, worth picking up for mobility, but that's it. Now, this blade isn't the only way to get around the map. Fortnite introduced wingsuits, giving you another way to launch yourself in the air and glide across the island. Let me tell you, it is fun. When you activate it, you do this animation like Iron Man's flight kit back in Chapter 5. It flings you into the air and you automatically deploy your wingsuit. This is where momentum matters. If you keep angling upwards, you'll lose all your speed and you end up just going straight down. So you kind of have to feel the speed you have and know when to adjust your camera angle accordingly. It's a super fun learning curve, knowing when to dive and glide back up. But how effective against enemies is it? I actually tested how quickly you can fire your weapon the moment you land. And right here, I'm pressing my fire button repeatedly. There's a slight delay between landing and shooting, but it feels right. As I was gliding through the air, you may have noticed these new hot air balloons. These will always be moving throughout the map. When you make your way onto one, you'll notice similar loot to the train last chapter. I can see these hot air balloons providing a fun vantage point for sniping, especially because they appear indestructible and most times hard to get to. Something else that's extremely hard to get is the brand new self-revive device. We can now revive ourselves even in solos. You can find these in vending machines, which are actually marked on the map, and you can also find these in supply drops. Speaking of supply drops, there's yet another new feature to show you guys. So in a match, for every single storm circle that closes, there is a chance that an anomaly will activate. Right here, you see the anomaly is care packages. In another game, I got hide and seek, where standing still